Hi everyone, hope you're well. At this point, you might have heard or read something about changes to the Residential Property Act. Well, that's right. The Ministry of Law and the Singapore Land Authority have amended the Residential Property Act. Now, as part of this change, the authorities have removed land zoned for commercial and residential use from the schedule of non-residential properties. Wow, that's quite a bit to take in, right? So what does it mean? Let's break it down in 5 key points for you. Now first, why the change and when will this take place? Now the authorities said that the intent of the move is really to safeguard residential land for Singaporeans, and this will take effect from 20th July 2023. So this is something that I think a lot of you will be interested to know. What is the impact? So what does this mean is that the foreign buyers, including corporate entities who are, foreign corporate entities, they will be required to get government approval before they can buy land or property that is zoned for commercial and residential use. So they will have to make an application to the SLA to get approval for such purchases. So you may ask, who will this affect? So a foreign person under the RPA means that this includes any person who is, not Singaporean citizen, not a Singapore company, not a Singapore limited liability partnership, as well as not Singapore society. So this will impact foreigners and basically permanent residents as well. Now the third point here is what types of properties will be affected. So if you look at the master plan, right, the URA master plan, commercial and residential land use is indicated in light blue. So that's actually an important reference point. Going forward, foreign persons who want to buy, for instance, land or entire property with commercial and residential zoning, they will have to seek approval first from the government. So this will include what sort of properties? For example, mixed development with commercial and residential components, as well as shop houses that are zoned commercial and residential. Now, some shop houses that are on such commercial and residential sites include those in, say, Tan Quee Lan Street, Liang Xia Street, Purvis Street, and Balestier Road. A key point to note here is that it will also affect properties zoned commercial and have permanent approved use for commercial and residential purposes. So this means that some commercial shop houses may fall into this category. So I think in a nutshell, the RPA really applies predominantly to land. So this latest amendment will not impact, for example, the purchase of a strata commercial unit in a mixed-use development. It will also not affect HDB shop houses. Now, the other question is, how will this affect private land sales, right? So, currently, foreign housing developers who wish to purchase vacant residential land, they are required to apply for a qualifying certificate. So going forward now, foreign developers, who want to buy a collective sales site that is zoned commercial and residential, if they want to buy that for redevelopment, they will also have to get approval from the government. Now, this does not apply to commercial sites. It does not apply to white sites. Last point, point 5. What if a foreigner currently owns such properties? Now, if he or she intends to retain the property as is, there is no need to obtain approval under the RPA. However, they will have to do so if they intend to retain the property and also to redevelop the property. So those are the key takeaway, the 5 key points, and I hope this has been helpful.